This was my last evening in Switzerland and I didn't plan much, just a short walk in Geneva. But this walk turned into a series of small and unexpected discoveries.
Hi darlings and red deer, welcome to my channel Me and Places. I'm Paulina and I just arrived to Geneva.
A disclaimer, I am pronouncing city's name differently throughout the video.
But actually I am on a layover, so I'm just spending a few hours here. But still, on my experience, you can see a lot in few hours. So I arrived to city center. Let's go for a virtual tour with me. I am in front of some kind of museum. The building looks really cool from outside. And it's still open even though it's evening. I guess it will be closing soon. But if it is still open, I would like to get in. I guess this is my first place of visit then.
As you approach, you can see red numbers on the facade. This is a digital clock counting down the billions of years until the sun is expected to explode. Now you don't see that often, unless you live in Geneva.
So I got in. One of the reasons I wanted to go is that in most of the cities I visited in Switzerland, museums are quite expensive. But here the entry is free, or you can pay whatever you want to pay if you want to pay.
For a free jam, this is a unique cultural experience. For over 100 years, it has been holding treasures from Egyptian mummies to 19th century interior. It is basically city's attic, keeping safe all the gathered stuff over centuries. But of course, a very, very fancy one. It is truly a place to move from one century to another in one go. And of course, in this museum, I also found my dose of creepiness. And a dose of mountains, so I was definitely happy with the visit. And frankly, not many museums remind you of the end of the world, so there is that.
There is so much to see here. I don't even have time to see everything. But even from what I had time to see, wow. Really cool, really a lot of stuff. Okay, that was nice. I found a new painter to admire, and also I absolutely love that room with landscape paintings. It's really nice. I think I missed museums a little bit in Switzerland because it's quite expensive, so I didn't really go to any, I think.
Now hey, I did go to a museum near Beatus Caves.
As far as I remember, I think on this 1-month trip that I'm having, last time I went to a museum was in Krakow, but this was super cool. I'm happy now. I got my museum dose. Let's go to the lake. These are the English gardens, and there should be the flower clock somewhere. And here it is.
The design is not permanent. The city's gardeners change the varieties 4 times a year to reflect the passing seasons. And despite being made of soil and petals, it is a high-precision timepiece. Geneva's lake's deep blue water is actually glacier meltwater from the Alps. And it is incredibly deep, in some spots over 300 meters.
It's a really pleasant walk. Switzerland, I think, has so many places for pleasant walks. But I don't see the famous fountain. You know, this one thing that speeds the water really far, high up. I think it should be somewhere there on that shore, but I don't see it. Maybe somebody knows. Write me in the comments, is it under construction or maybe it's open in specific hours? But I don't see it right now. It's still a very nice walk.
This massive Gothic stone castle-like sculpture is actually a mausoleum for Charles II, Duke of Brunswick, who was super wealthy and left all his fortune to the city of Geneva under one condition, that they built him this giant Gothic tomb. And it is really gorgeous, from all sides, guarded by lions.
I think this is it for my walk. I am super tired. So I'm gonna head to the train station, pick up some snacks in the shop and then head to the place where I'm staying overnight, which is just near the airport, because at 4 a.m. I gotta be at the airport. Thank you so much for watching. I'm quite happy that I arrived on time to even have this walk here and to get to know Geneva a little bit. If you are a local or you have been here and you know some cool places to see, let me know in the comments. In a case I will be here ever again, I'll make sure to see more places. But this is it. Also, this is my very last evening in Switzerland on this trip of mine. This is somehow so weird that I'm here now and tomorrow the same time I'm gonna be home. I mean, I travel a lot, I know this is how it happens, but it's still somehow unbelievable. It's just so weird. I'm really grateful I was able to visit Switzerland. It was on my list of places I wanted to visit for a long time, but it was not possible, and now it was. And I saw many places, and I wish I will come back to this beautiful country and see more, especially the mountain places. I wish to hike more mountains, see more lakes, more forests, more maybe small towns, kind of hidden gem places would be nice next time, because this time I just tried to cover as much known places as possible, because this is my first time in the country. So if you have anything to suggest, please let me know. I will be inspired by the idea that I could visit again, even if it will never be possible. Thank you, Switzerland, for hosting me on my trip for a couple of weeks, and see you somewhere else, darlings. Have a nice day or evening or night or whenever you are watching this. Bye!